Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Gen Z Finance. I'm an older Gen Z here on YouTube documenting my financial journey. Today's video is going to be something I don't typically always do on camera for you all, but I'm going to do a mid-month check-in, and I'm also going to be budgeting out the second part-time job paycheck that I will receive for this month. So in my checking account, this paycheck is already showing as pending in my bank account, so I'm going to enter it now, and it is for $126.76. I'm also going to take a moment to reconcile my checking account. This $50 to M1 cleared, and this $63 to the IRS, and that was to pay the taxes that I owed for 2020 cleared. My current balance is $3,052.55. So if we come back to the budget, I have $126, and this is my part-time job paycheck. I worked about 12 hours at this job, and this is after all of my deductions. However, I don't have federal taxes withheld from this paycheck just because my gross pay is so small that it doesn't hit the threshold. I do have $10 extra withheld from my full-time job paycheck, but I do like to set aside taxes with these paychecks in my personal budget as well, and you can see how that worked out because in 2020 I owed $63 outside of what I had already been paying via my normal paycheck withholding. So I have this taxes line item. You can see it has 15%. 15% is what I was doing for 2020. I was withholding 15% of any extra income, and that gave me $400 in this taxes line item, but you can see I actually only needed like less than $100. So I feel pretty confident that the $10 extra that I have being withheld from my full-time job paycheck every time I get paid, I feel pretty confident that that should be enough for my taxes. So I'm going to just change this taxes to, we're only going to put an extra 8% in here. So if I take 126.76, this is why I love YNAB, times 0.08, that is $10.14 that is going to go in here. So that means my taxes are covered, and I still have $116.62. So I'm just gonna go through my budget for February and see where I could put this. So I'm good on gas. I shouldn't need any extra money in dining out or other. Donations I've already done for the month. Gifts are gonna be covered. I could put some more money in random acts of kindness. Let's do another $10 there. So my investments for this month are covered, but I actually want to come into March because for March there are 5 Mondays. So normally I would budget $100 into this category for each of my full-time job paychecks, and that would be enough to cover most months. But since there is a 5th month in March, that's an extra $50. So I'm just going to cover that extra $50 with this paycheck. So now I have $150 in here, and I only need another $100. When I budget the last $100, that will give me $250, and that's going to be enough to cover me for March. So now we're back in February. All of my sinking funds look good. I don't think there's anything that I want to budget for events and holidays this month or for next month, but I could put some money in here if I needed to. We should be okay. So I'm thinking I could either put this $56 into my line item for my channel, or I could put it down here in laser hair removal in my wish farm. And actually I think I'm gonna put most of this here just because most likely I would spend from this category before I spent from my wish farm anyway. So I'll put $50 in there, and that leaves me $662, and I'll just put the rest of this in holding. Okay, and just like that, I am budgeted coolio. So now we're gonna just look at my spending so far for the month, and I'm gonna come to toolkit reports and look at the spending by category breakdown. You can see my total spending for the month is $1,291.95. Exactly 50% of this, so $650, has been in my FIRE/investing category, and that is split between my Roth IRA with $500 and then my brokerage with $150. There should be at least $50 more being invested this month, so I expect the total for this category to end at $700. I don't expect that I will be doing any additional investing over that this month, but it could happen, so we'll just have to see at the end of the month how that goes out. Just under 1/3 of my spending is in my responsibilities, and so this is all the bills to my mom. My sinking funds made up 8% of my spending, or $105. That was split between expenses for my channel. So this $43 was TubeBuddy, which is a YouTube add-on that's supposed to help you get additional analytics to help grow your channel, and then taxes at $63. I did want to mention that most likely this is going to be the last month that you see any spending for this channel in my personal budget, because I am working on setting up a business checking account. It's not an actual business account, it's a regular personal account, but it's in a separate bank, and I'm going to treat it as my business checking if and when I get paid from YouTube or any expenses that have to do with my channel. That's going to be coming out of a separate budget and a separate bank account. So February is probably going to be the last time that you see that line item used. The next portion of my spending is giving, and this makes up 8% as well, and it's just under $100, and this is all under donations. I bought a t-shirt during a fundraiser, so they were selling t-shirts to raise money, and I bought one of those, and I actually just got the shirt the other day. It looks so cute. And then I did some other donating as well, so that came out to just under $100. And then finally, for monthly varied, this spending makes up 3% of my total spending for $37.26, and that came out to just under $15 for dining out and $23 for other such miscellaneous. So I know some of this other such miscellaneous, I went to Walgreens the other day and picked up like some Advil and just some like random medication that I needed. And then the other couple bucks, I think, is a subscription to CBS All Access. I purchased CBS All Access for at least like the next 2 months because I'm trying to watch all of the Survivor seasons that they have on that website. So that is all of my spending so far, and here you can get an overview of my income so far. So far in February, I brought home just over $1,300, and the only outstanding income that I am expecting is my last paycheck for my full-time job for another $1,088, and probably no more than $5 or $6 in interest and cash back for the month. So I'm looking at a total income for the month probably to be around $2,400. And you can compare that to, by the end of January, I had just over $3,000, but I also had that $600 stimulus. I think the only other source of income for the month that I've had is, you can see under my M1 tracking account, someone used my referral link that I have in the description box down below to sign up for M1 for a taxable account. And once they invested $100 into the account, we both got $30. So I did get that kind of miscellaneous and extra income, but obviously it's not tracked in my budget because it is in my investment account. And I just wanted to say that promotion, I believe, is running out at the end of this month. So if you're interested in M1 and you want a guaranteed 30% return on your $100, you can check them out using the link down below. Okay, so I think that's going to be it. That's really all I do with my mid-month check-in. I just look at my spending so far, and then I re-look at my budget and just make sure I'm not forgetting any events that might come up or things that I might need to move money around for. And then when I get my small part-time job paychecks, I usually just use those to fill in any gaps or any, again, looking at my budget, any categories that I think could be funded just a little bit more. And then lastly, I wanted to plug, if you have not yet already seen my last video where I budgeted out my full-time job paycheck, please make sure you watch that and make sure you enter for the $100 giveaway. The winner will be announced next Friday when I get my second paycheck for February and do another budget with me for that. Thank y'all for watching, and as always, I hope you're staying safe and healthy.